It is Jen Eden here. I'm the founder of the Sugar Freedom Method, and I am the founder of the Freedom Club, which is the home of the method. And I really wanted to talk today about this concept of purpose and how it relates to sugar addiction. Because for the 20 years that I've been a holistic health coach, I have found that this concept of purpose really is one of the biggest deciding factors of whether or not a woman is going to see change in her life, how quick she's going to see it, and then is she going to be able to keep that change? And for those who know me personally watching this, I am all about permanent change, okay? For me, it is a waste of time to do something, to invest your time and your money into something that the minute you get busy, stressed out, all of a sudden, all your results go away. So with that said, I've got 5 ways to live life with more purpose, and I'm going to run through them quick, and then I'm going to go into them specifically. But number 1, I would like you to start thinking to have more purpose in your life, that you start moving, having movement in your life like your life matters. Number 2, eat like you care about yourself. Number 3, value relationships by putting your energy there. Number 4, sleep like it's your new job. And number 5, find things that matter and do more of them. And so I'm going to break out into each one of those in 1 second. But what I want to share is, as someone who's been working with women for sugar addiction for 2 decades now, a life of purpose has you stick to your plan, stick to your goals when things are changing in your life, yes, and you just kind of want to give up. And what I find is a woman who has purpose in her life, like for me, for those who have children, so much, at least at this stage of my life, of my purpose is staying healthy, not just for myself, but I want to see my kids grow up. And for those who don't have kids and didn't choose that life, then finding from what I talked about today or other things that you will start thinking about from today's training, just figuring out what brings you value and what has you get up in the morning, yes, that has you want to, for lack of a better way to say it, take better care of yourself, yes, and live a life you love, not a life that so many women just feel miserable. And so with that said, move like your life matters. Gosh, I'm in so many midlife weight training groups. I definitely, A, need to get out of some of them, and B, I'm in there as much as I can. I'm very busy. But the underlying theme with these midlife weight training, programs, or not even programs, but these free groups that I'm in, is that women, they don't care so much about their life. They move just so that they look good. And I got news for you. Women who just do that, they end up killing themselves and get injured. I find it all the time. And what I am about is having longevity. So if you move like your life matters, whether you're busy, yes, things get in the way, you're going to start viewing movement in midlife as a way to take care of yourself. And yes, it is nice to have muscles and to feel good and to have your clothes fit. But if that is your primary focus, so many women I see in these groups are killing themselves with having this restrictive diet, having an exact amount of calories, telling me that they're exhausted, but they got to get to the gym today because they need to lose weight. And so for me, you're not moving like your life matters. You're moving because you're obsessed or upset with what the body is doing. And that, I'm going to tell you now, does not get you to your goal. And if it does get you to your goal, there's no way in heck you're going to keep your goal. And for me, I'm all about that. So could we start, please, thinking about moving like our life matters? And if you happen to be sedentary, yes, please consider movement as a way to bring more purpose to your life so you feel good, okay? Movement is mandatory in midlife. It's mandatory. I move 7 days a week. It's something, even if it's just stretching at the gym. Today was a leg workout. Sometimes it could be a hike with the dog or an evening walk, but I do something. I move 7 days a week and it feels really, really good. So that's number 1. Number 2, this one is hard for a lot of women, but I would love for you to start thinking about, having a life that's more purposeful, eating like you care about yourself. Eating that your life matters. I'm going to tell you now, not only does it make your body look great, but your health will skyrocket. Yes. And so for those who don't know, I am a recovering sugar addict. Oh my gosh, addictions of all sorts, and definitely for sugar. And when I started to care about myself more and eat like I care about myself, It was no longer, oh, I'm not going to have that gum. No judgment, by the way, if you eat a lot of gum, but gum is loaded with toxins. But it was no longer, I can't do that gum, or I'm not going to eat that cookie, or, I don't do fast food, but, not going to have that fried something because I'm on a diet. I want to lose weight, but it's because I care about myself. And not only do I care what I look like, but I care what I put in my body. And so when you start eating like you care about yourself, you are going to find that you're going to make different decisions. You're going to make different decisions around food, and it's not going to be because you're on a diet. And so I'm going to say right there, welcome to the Sugar Freedom Method, okay, way of thinking, because we don't do things to lose weight and to be on a diet or to get to specific goal. We do it because we care about ourselves and because we know sugar is the root cause. Inflammation is the root cause of all disease, dis-ease in the body, and sugar is if not the biggest food, okay, that causes inflammation. And so number 2, please eat like you care about yourself. Okay, number 3, this one's really big for purpose. It's really big. It's valuing relationships, yes, but also by putting energy there. A lot of women who come see me are ultra busy, super kind, have a lot going on, and they value some relationships, but they tend to not be in the forefront of their mind. Yes, everything else, the to-do list, I should say, is in the forefront, and the relationships happen later. And I can't tell you enough how much after my father had passed away, how much I started reconnecting with my closest of friends. And I've noticed just from that and putting energy there and making a point to talk once a week and making dates to go see them, I noticed I feel more purposeful. Yes, my days aren't just go to work, the kids, right? I know, for those who have jobs outside the home and you're driving places, you're sitting in traffic. And for those who are retired, there's really, with all due respect, no excuse, right? It's a matter of prioritizing. And I find that relationships, the ones that are really meaningful, they don't get prioritized, and it really affects us. So that's number 3. Number 4, this one always makes me laugh because it's sleep like it's your job. And so why do I say it that way? Because everyone that comes to see me who has had a career or they're now retired, when they were in their career, they gave it 110%, right? High morals, right? High values, high in ethics, gave 110%, and they don't sleep well because of the stress and everything else going on. And so what I teach is, I would love it if you prioritized your sleep like it was your career. If you're already in career, great. It's your second job, yes? Prioritizing your sleep. A tired mind, tired body tends to feel down, tends to then crave sugar, true story, and caffeine, and junk food and processed food, which affects your ability to sleep. And I don't know about you, but I'm not finding any more purpose in my life when I don't feel good and feel good about myself. And so I would love for you to just start considering, by adding more purpose to your life, you can do that almost by prioritizing your sleep. I prioritize my sleep when I'm off. I know the next day I am doing whatever it takes to do things different. So if I forgot my magnesium, I'm taking that. If I had too much computer time, or I was up and I'm on my phone too late before bed, that's an issue. If I ate too much sugar, okay, sugar will absolutely affect your sleep. Okay. What else? The TV time. If you skipped meals and blood sugar is swinging, you will not sleep. That is a true story, especially for women in midlife. And so I'll start to say, hey, Jen, what is out? And I got to put it back because I absolutely prioritize my sleep. And then this is really, if I can say, the biggest of them all. It's finding things that matter in your life and then doing more of them. And one of them could be your friendships. Okay, that was something for me when my father passed away. I said, gosh, I'd really gotten away from being with my closest of friends and staying in touch. And so that immediately went up on my list. Yes. And I noticed we can get so caught up, for those who do have kids, even if they are older, right? Mine are in their teens. I started to value more, spending time with the kids. And so I said, okay, great. We are going camping this summer, right? We've got ski season and let's do more skiing. And I'm renting my son, some skis and whatnot, because I value that. And while it's a lot more work for just to do that for a week with him, I value it, right? And so I started to really think about what matters to me. And that is just not something in our day-to-day busyness that we think about, what really matters to us. And so I would love it if even you wanted to pause this video, or when we're done learning here, you take out a piece of paper and a pen and you jot down, what do I really value in life? And so I've got these daily affirmations that I do every day. And I have here, I know my priorities, and it's right here. My health, my kids, my marriage, investing in my friendships, and making sure that I grow my company to reach as many women in midlife who don't know I exist, but really, really need to find me and need the help from someone who actually knows what they're talking about, walks their talk, and can really help. And so that is literally where I spend all my time, and family and friends. I forgot to say that. Like, my family really matters to me back in New York. So now we're planning regular trips at least twice a year to come back and see family. And so I am hoping today that something from what I shared triggers you to have a more purpose-filled life. And for those who are watching right now and you're in the Freedom Club already, great. Please come in, hit me up, tell me how this training was for you. And let's expand where we can on one of these areas that hit home. And if not, and you want to just leave me a comment, please do that as well. Okay, nothing integrates teachings and learnings and trainings more than sharing with a friend, sharing here, like I said, if you're in the Freedom Club, and just getting it out of your mind and onto paper. And so if that's you, thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing day. And as always, I'll be throwing out more content because I think that's what God put me on the planet for. So I'll see you soon.